trading.
Yes. Do you have a record of regarding the facility? To whom was the facility extended?
From the records in the file, I mean, the due diligence that was done, you could see Kairaba Beach Hotel.
From what records?
As a client.
Do you have the records here?
No, we don't have that here. We specifically have that sale agreement.
What about the statement of account, the account to which these funds were paid?
We're still searching for that. We haven't found that yet, but it's still ongoing.
What about your internal documents regarding the credit meetings regarding the facility, the credit meetings, who was involved on the part of Millennium Industrial General?
We are searching for all
Limited.
that. We're looking for all that.
You're still looking for it?
Yes, we've had, I mean, several teams go into the archives, to try and retrieve all these files, and that is still ongoing. But I mean, I can give you my utmost assurance that once we get any of those documents that relate to Kairaba Beach Hotel, we will tender them immediately.
Do you have a record regarding what happened to the balance of the $10 million funds after you debited the sum that was due to Standard Chartered Bank?
What the record says that the balance of $7.4 million.
What record are you referring to, please?
The sales agreement.
The
sales agreement. The sale agreement. So the sale agreement talks about how the $10 million will be allocated.
That would be treated.
Yes, will be treated.
Yes.
The creditor, Standard Chartered Bank, will get $2.6 million. And that was the first one that was mentioned. And then the second talks about the balance of $7.4 million. And it says it shall be payable on the closing of the agreement by telegraphic transfer to such account as the vendors may notify to the purchaser in writing. So I do not have any knowledge of where that $7.4 million went. We were concerned about our own debts and its repayments.
You don't have, sorry, at this time you didn't have a system in place? Is that what you're saying? You didn't have a electronic system? At this time, Standard Chartered Bank did not have an electronic system.
We have electronic systems, we do.
So that's why I don't understand why you don't have a record of what happened to the funds. Surely it would have been captured by your electronic system.
No, like I had said, ma'am, the $10 million was disbursed in 2 tranches, 2.6 to Standard Chartered.
We understand that, but the sale agreement is not helpful to as to what actually happened. The sale agreement only indicated that when you were paid, you'd be given instructions. Now, either you have those instructions or you have at least the implementation or execution of those instructions, which would actually help us determine how much money then was transferred and where it went. That's one of the things that we are trying to ascertain. The balance of the funds, where did it go? Because we have evidence here, oral evidence, that it went into an account in Trust Bank. But we don't have any evidence of that. We expected that the Standard Chartered Bank would have. That's why I asked you if you didn't have an electronic system at the time.
No, we do. We can go back. We can go back into these are now electronic archives, and search for, I think it's 2005, and try and spool out Kairaba Beach Hotel or M.A. Karafi, any of them. We can try and spool it out and come back with the results, with regards to this $10 million.
It's also important for us to ascertain who was Millennium Industrial General Trading Limited as at this time. Who were the shareholders? Who did the bank deal with? Because the company, you must have dealt with people. Now, who were the people that were representing this company that Standard Chartered Bank dealt with on behalf of Kairaba Beach Hotel?
What we can do, we can check the due diligence that was done on Kairaba Beach Hotel and Millennium, get out the names and we'll present it to the Commission.
Definitely, and the facility agreement? Do you have the facility agreement?
We do not have it.
For the refurbishment of Kairaba Beach Hotel?
No, we're still searching for that.
All right, we will take what you have. Obviously, you still have to search. We expect that the information will be provided because since you have no record that the information was destroyed. All right, thank you. Can I have the documentation that you have for now? These documents are paged, but I don't see a number 1. It starts from number 2. Is there another page that's missing?
This is page 2. Okay, page 1, is, I'm not sure if it's relevant, but we can tender it. It's just addition of signatories.
Additional?
Addition of signatories to the
Signatories.
Kairaba Beach Hotel account.
Yes, since it's
Okay,
it's part of your bundle,
Okay.
otherwise it will start with page 2.
okay.
Who are the additional signatories for the record, please?
Mr. Abdel Hakim El Nahri.
Abdul Hakim El Nah.
Yes,
Okay.
El Nahri.
Spell the Nah.
Nahry.
Okay. That's all.
Yes.
Does it indicate who the original signatories are?
No, no. This is just the addition of this gentleman.
Okay. Okay. This must have been after the hotel was acquired by Muhammad Al-Kharafi and Sons, I believe.
I believe so.
All right. Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted separately documents in connection with the sale of Premier Agro Oil Limited plant to the Gambia government, including a judgment between Standard Chartered Bank and Premier Agro Oils and another in civil suit number HC 34 of 2005, evaluation, interim report, valuation of assets, plant and machinery. Also, I'll apply to have admitted documents so far retrieved by the bank in relation to the sale of Kairaba Beach Hotel, including the sale agreement and related documents, sale agreement between Millennium Industrial and General Trading Company Limited and Mohammed Abdul Mohsin Al-Kharafi and Sons. We have a copy of the sale agreement. It's still a copy. but I'll still apply to have it admitted as documents produced by Standard Chartered Bank and Memorandum and Articles of Association of Emir Karafi and Sons.
Council. Council, this document looks very similar to MS-92G. Can you confirm?
Yes, it is.
It's the same?
More or less, yes. That one is also a copy. It's a copy. We still don't have, well, it's similar. It's a similar copy. But I'm still applying to have it admitted as documents produced by Standard Chartered Bank. Do you have MS-92?
bundle of documents relating to Premier Agro Oil Gambia Limited, containing the following: A, debenture dated 11th December 2001 between Premier Agro and Standard Chartered Bank. B, lease serial registration number K71/2003 between the Secretary of State for Local Government and Lands and the Department of State for Finance and Economic Affairs, dated 24th January 2003. C, judgment in civil suit number HC 34/2005 between Standard Chartered Bank as plaintiff and Premier Agro Oil Gambia Limited as first defendant and Rakesh Agarwal as second defendant, dated 26 January 2009. D, Premier Oil Plant. It's not coming. Is it coming now? Ah, good. D, Premier Oil Plant maintenance contract between the Sheriff of the High Court and Joseph Engineering Services, dated 24th April 2006. E, valuation of assets, plant and machinery of Premier Agro Oil Gambia Limited, dated April 2004. Admitted Mark BB 103. Bundle of documents relating to M.A. Harafi and Sons Company Limited and Millennium Industrial and General Trading Company, containing the following: A, memorandum and articles of association of M.A. Harafi and Sons Company Limited, dated what day? The 12th.
Yes, 12th of June 2002. Yes, 2002. 12th June 2002.
Dated 12th June 2002. B, request for additional signatory, dated 26 July 2005, from M.A. Harafi to Standard Chartered Bank. C, sale agreement, dated 8th June 2004, serial registration number 248/2005, volume 68, KD, between Millennium Industrial and General Trading Company and Mohammed Abdul Mohsin Al Harafi and Sons. D, tax clearance certificate number 0012731 for capital gains tax, certifying that Millennium Industrial and General Trading, in brackets, side Gambia Invest Limited, satisfying the Commissioner of Income Tax concerning the payment of all capital gains tax up to 23rd March 2005, admitted Mark BB 104.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Obviously, you've said you're still conducting a search. We would expect that the documents similar to what the ones produced for Premier would be available, will be made available to the Commission. I'm suggesting, Mr. Chairman, that Standard Chartered Bank be given time up to when we come back in January. 8th or 9th January are convenient dates. Is that convenient for you? 8th or 9th of January?
I would suggest the second week of January.
The
second week of January.
2nd of January.
Second week, anytime
Second
from
week
the,
in January.
yes, anytime from the 13th, 14th, if that's possible.
Okay. The 17th. The second week starts on the 15th, Wednesday the 17th.
Could I just come back to you?
The second week starts on the 8th, actually.
Yes.
But you mean the third week?
If the chairman and commissioners, as well as yourself, would allow representation, that would be fine. Because during that period, there's a lot of travel, and it's possible that some of the team members may not be around.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Sorry, ma'am.
You won't be available, is that what you're saying?
Yes, quite a few of us may not be available. And so if,
In the second week?
If representation can be allowed, then we will definitely make it, yes.
Well, that's up to the commissioners. You, of course,
what we can do is to give you time that is convenient for you to come. Our problem is, since you do not seem to know where the file is, and the file has not been found, it might not be useful for you to be represented by your relationship manager. So we'll give you a convenient time.
give us a time that's convenient to you. We'll see whether we can accommodate you.
Anytime from the 20th will be fine.
Anytime from the 20th?
Yes, please.
The 22nd?
That is fine, ma'am.
Okay. You do understand that time, for us, time is of the essence. This is work we have to complete within a set time. And let me just also emphasize that it's important that you provide this information, because the evidence before this commission is that public funds were used to purchase Kairaba Beach Hotel. It was then disposed of. And we need to know exactly what happened, who was involved, and where the money went. So it's important that we have this information. Thank you very
Well
much.
understood.
Yeah. Well, Council, we suggest that since this file is giving difficulties, that you ensure that the investigators search at the Kairaba Beach Hotel, if that
Yes.
has not been done, because they may be in a position to give us information.
Very well, Mr. Chairman. I believe they already started something,
Yes.
but I certainly will make sure that that's followed up.
I think that's it. Well, that's all That is all for today. We will
Sorry,
rise.
Mr. Chairman, I was going to crave your indulgence. I've had a witness who's been waiting. Just 15 minutes. Another additional 15 minutes. Yes, he's been waiting till 3.
We'll give 15 minutes.
Thank you. Maybe this witness can be released so that.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
You may leave. Thank you.
I call the Managing Director, TAF Holdings Company Limited.
Who is it?
How you doing? Good. Just, you could just read after me, sir. Okay. I swear by the Almighty Allah
I swear by the Almighty Allah
that the evidence I shall give to this commission
that the evidence I shall give to this commission
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me Allah.
So God help me Allah.
Thank you.
Could you kindly state your names, please?
My name is Mustafa Njai.
Where do you live, Mr. Njai?
I'm Burfoot Heights.
You are the Managing Director of TAF Holdings Company Limited?
Yes, I am.
That's the correct name of the company.
Well, it has been changed to TAF Africa Global.
Since when?
About, 4 or 5 months ago in the Gambia, and it's registered.
Okay. For our own purposes, then, TAF Holding Company Limited probably is the correct name.
Okay.
Would you like to sit down?
Thank you.
You've been summoned in relation to what are called AU villas, that were constructed by TAF Holdings.
Yes.
Information before this commission shows that the government, through various institutions, acquired some of the villas.
Yes.
And in fact, up to now, government owns some of the villas.
Yes.
We would like you to help this commission understand how the government or institutions, public institutions, came to acquire the villas, and who, if you can, what happened to the villas after they were acquired, and as at the date of our terms of reference, and maybe even currently, who is occupying those villas, if you have the information. All right? So we leave it to you to decide where to start.
Okay, thank you. In 2006, we signed an agreement to sell 52 villas to the GNPC, Gambia National Petroleum Company, to construct 52 villas at $5.5 million.
Okay.
Now,
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, and the agreement actually was signed.
Do you know why GNPC was interested in acquiring these 52 villas?
No, I have no idea.
Did you have an indication of what they were to be used for?
Sorry?
Did you have an indication of what they were to be used for?
Yes, it was meant for the African Union Summit, which was being held in June 2006.
Okay. You said an agreement was signed.
Yeah, an agreement was signed on the 5th day of January 2006, and the construction, the period was for 5 months, and we had it finished in 4 months. Now, the contract was for $5.5 million, but at the end of the project, when we finished the construction, they couldn't raise all the money. They could only raise what was the equivalent of about 33 and a half villas. And we had financed the whole project. So we ended up giving them 34 in number, and we retained 18. Now, they also authorized us at one time to sell 30 of the units, out of which we sold 10. 10 were sold to Social Security with 10 of ours. Because we had 18, so we sold 10 from ours and 10 from GNPC, meaning equivalent of 20 units.
All right. Before we come to the selling off, you mentioned the agreement dated 5th January 2006. You have a copy for us?
Yes, I do.
Who signed that agreement on behalf of?
The agreement was signed by the late Siaka Kamara, who was the managing director of GNPC. He's late.
Okay. You have a copy there?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Can we have the copy, please? Thank you. In the copy that you provided to the investigators, I see it was witnessed by Honorable Balaji Jahumpa.
Yes, it
SOS
was.
for Works and
Yes.
Construction.
Yes.
What was their interest?
I wouldn't know.
Okay, they just signed.
They just signed, yeah.
He just signed.
Yeah.
By the developer, is that your signature yourself?
Yeah, that's my signature.
All right. Okay, thank you. Let's have the copy. So at what stage did the GNPC decide to or authorize you to sell the houses?
Well, I have a copy of a letter sent to me, and
was it before or after the summit? You recollect?
I think it was after the summit, but I have a copy of the letter.
Okay.
I wouldn't recall. This is, 11 years ago, but I have a copy of the letter.
That would be useful. What's the date of the letter?
The letter is dated 11th of June. The copy is here.
Okay. All right, just put it aside. We will collect it.
Okay.
All right, you can. So you were authorized to sell?
Yeah.
Yes. By GNPC?
Yes.
You mentioned a letter dated 11th June. Which year, please?
2006.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Okay. So you can proceed. So you were authorized to sell?
Yeah, I was authorized
We'll
to
collect the letter from you. Just put
Okay.
it to the side, yes.
Okay. So I was authorized to sell 30 in number, but I ended up selling 10.
You said 10 to Social Security.
Yes. And I did sell, actually, I sold them 20 because when we did the reconciliation, 18 were mine and 34 was for GNPC. Although they authorized me to sell 30 of theirs, I ended up selling 10 and 10 of mine.
Okay, 10, but from GNPC is 10,
10, yes.
leaving 24.
Yes.
All right. So what happened to the 24? Do you know? That remained with GNPC?
I assume so.
You did not sell any further?
No, we didn't sell any further.
In relation to Social Security, GNPC, you sold 10 of Social Security, 10 of GNPC to Social Security and 10 of yours.
Yes.
And that's it also, 20 to Social Security.
20 Social Security, yes.
Total.
Yes.
Do you have any other documents?
Yeah, I have a letter
show us.
actually that Social Security authorized me to make a transfer back to government of 17 number units. So the 20 that were sold to Social Security, they sent us a letter authorizing us to transfer the deeds to the central government.
How many were transferred?
17 in number.
And you did?
Yes, I did, yes.
Okay, what documents do you have?
I have a document here from Social Security.
Okay.
And it was to transfer, it's dated March 2008, and it was authorized for us to transfer to the Permanent Secretary, Department of State for Finance and Economic Affairs.
17.
17 in number, yeah.
And the deeds of assignments were issued to?
Actually, we haven't done any deeds of assignments.
What do you mean? How were they transferred then?
Well, I guess they were occupying it. We haven't done any deed of assignment on the AU villas.
All right. How does that work? So you just gave them possession?
Yes.
But you didn't give them title deeds?
No.
Is there any reason why
No, there's no
that
reason.
didn't happen? Do you intend to provide deeds of assignments?
Oh, yes, we will. If they demand, we will do so.
Well, I believe by asking you to transfer. When you say they just asked you to transfer, did they ask you to transfer title? Did you vest title in Social Security, by the way?
No, we didn't. It was a sales agreement that we did.
What about GNPC?
Same with GNPC. It was only a sales agreement.
So there are still 24 assignments to GNPC to be prepared.
Yes.
17 to government and 3 to Social Security. Does that summarize it?
I believe there was 24 that was left for GNPC, and then 20 were sold to Social Security. So that's what?
34, 44.
44. And then they asked us to transfer back 17. So it's 44 less 3. Isn't it? So it's 41.
Yes, but the 24 are to be vested in GNPC.
Yes.
The 17 in government.
17 with government, yes.
Leaving 3 for Social Security.
Yeah.
So are you then saying that the management of those properties remained with your company?
No. We have nothing to do with the properties.
So as of now, these are also what are known as the presidential villas.
Yes, they are the presidential villas. Yes.
What are how many villas are there altogether?
52 in number.
So you still own some parts of some of the villas?
No, we sold it, but within the current area, there is a parcel of land that is still owned by us, because the villas are built on 47,000 square meters. Let me just look at the agreement and tell you exactly the area that is built.
But I have the agreement.
You have the agreement, yes.
Yes. Can you compile all the documents? Can you give him this agreement? He needs to refer to it. Can you compile all the documents that you have?
Okay, thank you.
I still have 4 minutes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, I have them.
Yes, you wanted to explain.
Yes, we sold them 52 villas on the original agreement, and was supposed to be built on 47,250 square meters. Now, within this land, we had to cut it off because there was heavy security for these for the summit. We had to cut it off part of the land that still belongs to us. So if one visits the premises, there is still land that is owned by us. But where the villas are built, I assume it's owned by government.
So I just want to confirm that
Yeah.
of the 52 villas, 44 actually were disposed of by yourself.
Yes.
Now, what about the
No.
8?
It wasn't 44. Remember, 24 remained with GNPC.
Yeah, 24 plus
Yes.
20.
Yes, plus 20. When you say
That's
disposed,
44.
I mean, because we had an agreement for 52, so they owned the 24. It was never disposed.
It was built on your land.
It was built on my land. Everything was
Yes.
built on my land.
Yes, that's what I'm
Yes.
saying. You sold, let me use the term sold. So you sold 44. 24 to GNPC eventually, and 20 to Social Security. Isn't that what you said? 24 to GNPC? Or am I
No,
missing
let me
something?
go back. We signed an agreement to sell 52 in number.
Yes.
For the amount that was paid, they only paid for 34 in number. So they originally paid for 34. And then they asked me to sell on their behalf, so I sold 10. So they had 24 remaining.
Okay.
Out of the 24 that's remaining, Social Security were sold 20, and then they took 17 out of the 20 and gave it back to government. So it's 24 plus 17 that is still owned by JNPC government.
Okay, 24 and 17.
24 and 17, which is 41.
41. So what about the 9 plus 2, the 11? That remains with you?
No, I sold them. I sold them to private individuals.
I see, okay. All right. All right, thank you. Can we put the documentation together?
The letter from Social Security, I mean, I have an original. Everything else, I have a copy.
A copy would be fine.
Okay.
You provided this chart as well to the investor. Can you show me?
Let me have a look at the chart.
Can you show him? The villas are numbered, are they not?
They're all numbered, yeah.
Yes. Could you confirm that you provided that? If you have another copy, we'll be appreciated because that one is marked. And all other correspondence that you have?
I think it was provided by my office, yes. Yes, it is.
Can you take a quick look at these documents and confirm that they are from your office? I intend to apply to have them admitted.
Yes, they were all provided by my office.
Thank you. Let me just point out that the letter you have provided of 26 March from Social Security, that's the original, does indicate that and instructed you to prepare all assignments, deeds, and all the documents of title in respect of each of the villas in the name of Gambia government and submit same to Gambia government. Maybe that was overlooked on your part?
Yeah, probably so.
All right. Thank you. We will certainly... Can you collect the documents, please? Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted the bundle of documents in relation to the AU villas, otherwise also known as the AU presidential villas?
Council, well,
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
you may keep them until another time, maybe tomorrow,
Tomorrow. Very, very well, Mr.
and
Chairman.
then we'll do the necessary.
Very well,
things.
Mr. Chairman. Tomorrow,
have to-
2:30.
We have to rise now.
Yes, tomorrow, 2:30, Mr.
Okay, thank you.
Until tomorrow at 10 o'clock.